Looks like we're almost done. Check the southern region. That area looks like it had a high collection of radon on the scanners.
Why am I even here? I don't know anything about this sort of thing.
That's why you're down here. Cyrus wants you to learn about this.
Hey, I don't need this. This is stuff for you science guys. The only thing that I need to learn is how to fly the ship. For some reason, Cyrus won't budge on that.
To be fair, you did scratch the paint when he let you pilot that one time.
Only for 5 minutes, and it was a mistake. That'll never happen again.
Doubtful. Neeson, go.
Have you finished collecting the radon dust samples?
We're close. My team is investigating a possible source.
Make haste, Mr. Neeson. We spotted an unknown ship entering the solar system.
Have they activated their weapon systems?
It is unclear. All of our scans have been useless.
Alright. We'll transport up immediately.
What's up?
Don't know. But there could be trouble. We're gonna head back to the ship.
That thing's huge! Any change?
Negative. The unknown craft has not made any movement since the scanners have detected it.
Like a predator sizing up its prey.
Perhaps.
Recommendations, gentlemen?
I say we get ready for a fight.
I think we need to contact the ship. Find out what their intentions are.
Very well. We shall try to communicate with the unknown vessel, but we will not be careless. Activate deflectors.
We've just sent an invitation to communicate. So far, no response.
I don't think they want to chat.
Try again, Mr. Neeson.
Nothing.
Cyrus, it's obvious that they want to take us out.
Are you certain?
Yes.
My crew is prepared for any outcome, O'Donnell.
They just activated a tractor beam. They're pulling us in.
Did you prepare for that outcome, Cyrus?
I did not foresee that specific event. Mr. Neeson, have the thrust engines been refueled with the radon dust?
We didn't have time. The thrusters are still exhausted.
It appears that we only have one alternative to surrender. Activate the energy cannons.
Coming online. O'Donnell, can you take care of the weapons?
Hell yeah! How do I work this?
Easy. Just aim and press the big red button.
Just tell me when.
Stand by. The time is now, Mr. O'Donnell.
Well, both cannons are cooked. What now?
We shall surrender.
Magnificent specimens. The public will enjoy this. Wake them up.
What's going on here? Who are you guys?
What's the purpose of our capture?
The purpose of your capture? Simple. My hunters go out into the galaxy to find unique specimens to display in my installation.
What about our crew?
They're still in that piece of junk drifting in space. The others don't interest me. You're the only true specimen I want.
Who are you?
Oh, forgive me. I'm used to dealing with more underdeveloped animals all day, so I usually forget to speak properly. My name is Cecil. I'm the director here of this installation on Krail Prime.
You had said something about displaying specimens. Is that what we are? Animals in a zoo?
Precisely. One of the most unique, if I might add. The percentage should increase by 20 at least.
Interesting.
You have no right to do this to us.
On the contrary, off-worlders have no right here. You have ships that can travel in space, but you're nothing compared to Krail. We have knowledge that far exceeds your capabilities. We have made scientific discoveries that would take you thousands of years to understand. You're but an insect to us.
All right, buddy. Hate to do this, but how much?
You have got to be joking. The income I would make because of my new additions will far exceed your bribes. Guards, take the animals to their cages. Any attempt to escape will be met with severe consequences.
Let us go. Our world is in trouble.
Endangered? Huh? This is working out better than I thought. The revenue will increase by 40% at least. The competition won't know it hit them.
You're making a mistake?
You all right?
Yeah, just a little shaken. That's not glass.
No, it's some sort of intense energy field. I can't even tell what kind of matrix this runs on. Far more advanced than anything I've seen.
All right then. We don't try to get out by the front door. We'll have to think of another way.
If there is another way. These aliens are much more intelligent than the Corrosians.
Think positively. Every cage has a way out. We just have to find it.
I suppose you're right.
Have you seen any of the other so-called animals that are trapped here?
Only a few, and from what I observed, they're on the same level as the Tridonians.
So, do you have any idea why Cecil didn't want everyone else down here?
He must think that the rest of the crew is superior to us. They probably don't fit his criteria in terms of primitive behavior.
And we do?
Think about it, O'Donnell. The Corrosians have technology, wisdom, and are at peace. We don't even come close.
Maybe not now, but soon. I'm no philosopher, I'm a soldier. But there are many good things about us. Love and compassion are the best examples that I can think of.
From what I remember, I can't think of anything that supports your argument.
Really? Let me ask you something. What do you remember about your life? Your life on Earth, that is.
Not too much, to be honest. Just my name, and maybe 1 or 2 years of my life. I don't like what I remember.
Okay, so you've seen the worst, but take a chance and wait until you've seen the best. Then you can make your decision about our people and write us off for good.
I suppose.
Sounds like a deal. Now let's stop yapping. We gotta break out of this can.
The first thing on the agenda when we escape is to find my comm watch. We can try to contact the ship and tell Cyrus about our situation here. Any idea on how we escape?
Well ahead of you.
I doubt that. A minute ago you were trying to break through that energy field.
I'm a quick thinker. Hear me out for a sec. You know how most jail cells have a food slot of some sort?
Yes.
Well, all we have to do is find the slot, then wait until they feed us. That's when we should make our move.
Intriguing. Simple, but could prove to be effective.
See? I got this. Nobody embarrasses me twice in one day.
And this is the new exhibit that was installed just a few moments ago. These creatures are called humans, newly discovered species. Don't get too close to the force field, as their kind can get quite dangerous. Their diet is quite based in how they have limited intelligence compared to you and I.
Mother! Look, he's looking right at me! Look how cute he is! Can I keep him?
Get out of my grill, kid!
Ah!
From field trip to being scared straight.
Status report, Your Majesty. The damage is minimal at this point, but the repairs to the deflectors aren't making that much progress.
It appears that our foe's weapons are quite formidable. The Prometheus's defense must take precedence. Assign the majority of the repair staff to ascertain this issue.
At once, Your Majesty. Sire, do you believe that the hyperdrive particle trail left by the unknown vessel should be worth pursuing?
What is your concern, Lieutenant?
If the enemy is as capable and diligent as we've seen, this trail could be a trick.
Do you have an hypothesis that you wish to present?
There is a possibility that the enemy could be deceiving us by planting a false trail of breadcrumbs. If these particles are untrue, we can reverse course and return to the location of our encounter. I can identify the correct hyperparticles by scanning for flaws in his chemical structure.
I believe that I comprehend your sentiment, Lieutenant. Replicated particles will always have flaws in its structure. Make certain of this, then we shall return to Wasted.
Yes, sir.
Drop the Prometheus out of hyperspeed. Helm! Report?
I was right, Your Majesty. These particles are specters. I recommend that we turn back.
I commend you, Lieutenant. Helm, rotate 180 degrees. We shall return to Oasid. O'Donnell and Neeson require our assistance.
Great. Find his keycard.
Got it. Let's go. Where do you think they have your watch?
Probably in Cecil's office. Let's try there first.
I gotta get me one of those. This isn't right. Cecil shouldn't be able to do this. Bunny hopping all over the place and throwing all these innocent people in boxes. There has to be some kind of law for this.
Unfortunately, the galaxy doesn't seem to care for morals.
Well, it should.
Right. And it's all done for monetary gain. We're in business.
Isn't that thing out of range?
It is for an open channel, but I may be able to send our coordinates to the ship.
That would be useless. There's a device in this installation that would prevent any outgoing messages or transmissions.
Well, you can't blame us for trying.
You've tried, but you failed horribly. Now you creatures will do as your master commands and return to your cage.
We're not your pet! We're men like you.
You're nothing to me. You're animals who butcher each other time and time again.
How do you know our race?
After your capture, my scouts traveled to your planet and studied your people. Animals who deserve to be locked up and sold to others.
You must admit that your way is cruel and goes against every law in the galaxy.
The law doesn't apply to you insects. My strategy is favorable to all. We can use your kind to gain profit, and it can assist this installation's economical situation. Today, the daily income increased by 70%, well above the prediction.
In other words, more dimes and dollars for you.
I grow weary of this pointless discussion. I'll make this simple so you can comprehend this. Obey or you will be castrated.
Hell no!
You really don't think of the rest of my security force? Your intellect is worse than I thought.
Your opinion of us wasn't that hot to begin with, so I can't imagine it being too much worse.
Director, the animals have defaced their exhibits. It'll take many hours to clean all of them.
Looks like everyone else is tired of this moron too.
Get to work immediately. All of the cages have to be as they were. Go.
That's the price of oppression, Cecil, and it will only increase.
Quiet! You animals have always revolted in conflict. Allow me to offer you some. You'll fight each other to the death tomorrow in front of all my specimen so that they know insubordination will not be tolerated.
The particle trail ends close to the location of the second planet in this system.
Excellent. Helm, maneuver into a high-angle orbit. We do not wish to attract attention. Lieutenant, do you wish to provide any recommendations in terms of the possible location of Mr. Neeson and O'Donnell?
I have been running sensor sweeps for Mr. Neeson's comm watch, but I haven't been able to pick up anything. The transmitter inside the device could be blocked by some unknown force.
We shall do this task by tedious means then. Activate the long range and find any indication of human life signs.
Sire, the planet has a population of around 2 trillion. It could take weeks.
Human life signs are simple to find. There are no others alike. Or shall I find someone else who can perform this task?
No, sire. I'll make it my first priority.
Good. Notify me when you have located Neeson and O'Donnell.
Specimens, what you will see before you is an example of how I will treat those who disobey me and harm any good that has to come out of my installation. These 2 humans will fight to the death. To the one who stands, he will face another punishment after.
We can't catch a break.
Silence. Let this be educational to all of you. Let the combat begin.
What are we going to do? I, for one, don't want to play his game.
What about the guards? If we don't convince them that we are trying to kill each other, they'll step in.
I guess we'll have to make this convincing.
Now!
If you try anything, I'll break your neck.
Go ahead. Prove to me that you are an animal that deserves to be locked in a cage.
Take one more step and your director's brain will vaporize.
Cease all hostilities. Release your weapons. I had thought that you humans need my assistance. It looks like I am mistaken.
No, we still need that assistance.
What are you gonna do to me?
Castrate you.
Oh, Donald?
Come on, it's a joke. Of course we're not going to do that. I have something else in mind. In you go.
Fitting.
No, you can't do this to me. I am the director of this installation.
It appears that you have all the necessary nutrients and vitamins for survival.
Indeed. You can also obtain a new perspective on things as well. Should be a fascinating experience.
I won't be treated like a savage. Get me out of here.
Cecil, you're the monster you've always been afraid of. I hope you wake up and see that one day.
What shall be the future of these other life forms?
Release them. They deserve to have the same opportunities as we do. They should be able to learn and make discoveries about themselves.
I concur. These life forms must be allowed to develop.
Well, not everything they do has to be scientific, if you know what I mean.
I'm not at all surprised that you were the one to say that.
What? It's true. Where's your sense of adventure?
I believe that is sufficient, Mr. O'Donnell. There is a map that must be completed, gentlemen. Once these life forms have been released from captivity, we will depart from this system.
Greetings, Mandurlo. I have a proposition for you.
What can I do for you this time, Mr. President?
I want you to locate and capture these men. Cyrus the Ninth, Kirk O'Donnell, and Arthur Neeson. Cyrus is in command of a ship called the Prometheus. It is a Babylon-class starship.
You know I don't take people alive.
Exactly.
Usual rate?
In this case, the rate will be multiplied by a factor of 30.
You have yourself a deal.
I expect this to be taken care of as soon as possible.
No promises.